Hey guys, welcome back to another Slightly Rednecked video. Again, my name's Chris. Joining me on a cold day today. I think it's about 25 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. A little chilly, but I got some rabbit cages that are in need of repair. The bottoms are starting to rust out. I got some wires, coming out and things like that, so I figured it was a good time to do it. Also, my tarp in the front here broke, fell down, made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. I got it mostly cleaned up. But I figured this was a good time to take you guys along with me, show you the inside. I get a lot of questions about, how I built this, if I have plans for this. I don't have plans for this shed, but I'll take you inside with the 360 camera here so you can be able to spin around, you can look around. I think it'll be a pretty good view of how it looks. But I got to get some things taken care of first. First things I got to do is take down these this watering line because, well, it's winter time. It's time to be done with the watering system. So let me get that off here real quick. All right, I'll take care of the rest of that here in just a little bit, get it all cleaned out. All right, so gotta get these rabbits moved over to some other cages here real quick. Come on, Mama Rabbit. I know you're gonna be unhappy with me. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No. Oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. Move. You gotta get out of the way. It's one reason why it's always nice to have a couple of extra empty cages, because you can just move your rabbits around if you need to. Oh. Max, go on. Leave these guys alone. Go on. Hey there, buddy. Let's go. Oh boy, you're stout. You're a stout bunny. Oh, there we go. Max, get back. Whew, almost dropped you. All right, so now I can work on getting these rabbit cages down. Move these nest boxes first. Alright, so if you guys have seen my rabbit hutches before, this is just on the front, it's just pieces of wire that hold them up to the front here. Give them a little bit of extra stability, keep them from rocking back and forth much. So these are pretty easy to get out of here. And then they're just on hooks in the back, so and there's one cage down. Oh. And there's the second cage down. All right, so let me go get this tarp taken down here real quick because I'm gonna have to replace it anyway, and then we'll come back here. I got a little bit of cleanup to do. So let me get this all done. We'll come back on film, we'll take you inside, we'll show you kind of how everything's set up here. Okay, so I got the tarp taken down. I got, a little bit of, I had a bunch of dead leaves and things in there I had to clean out, so I cleaned all that out. I still have a bunch of crap down here that I leave underneath here, a couple of bricks and some wood, some scrap wood. that's leftovers that I leave it down there. I just store it there for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm going to take you inside here and kind of show you how things are set up because, again, I've had a lot of questions about that. Oh, and I also had some questions about how long the rabbit cages last. And honestly, the cages themselves last forever, but the floors tend to wear out about once every year and a half, 2 years, something like that. It just depends on a lot of things. These are going on probably about 2 years now, and it's just now getting time to change them because I've got some wires that are rusting out, so they pulled away from the cage floor. You won't be able to see it probably through the camera, and there's just a couple of them, but it's a good time to go ahead and get that replaced. She's got babies due here next week, so I want to get that cage fixed up and nice for her. The bottoms are starting to sag a little bit, starting to gap in a few places, so it's just time to go ahead and replace those. But again, it's been about 2 years. So let's go ahead and go inside the rabbit hutch here, the rabbit shed, I guess it is, and we'll take a look at it and see kind of how it's put together. All right, so with this view here, you should be able to look around and see everything, but if you pay attention to me for a minute here, I'm going to show you, I've got these these are, 4x4 posts. And I guess, the back one's down. I don't know how tall that is. What is that, 5.5 feet or something like that? Well, no, it's more than that. Let's see, I'm 5'9", so it's probably 7 foot here, maybe 9 foot, 10 foot in the top. So get a angle to the roof. That way water runs off. 2 boards that go the length of the shed, which I think is 15 feet. So these are 2x4s, 2 of them on the back. This looks like a 2x6 actually on the bottom piece. Goes all the way across the back. I got one 2x4 up here on the front. Goes all the way across the shed. So these 3 are 15 feet long, I think. And then these boards right here that brace, they're cut at a 45-degree angle, mount up on this 2x12 right here that goes all the way across. I got another 2x12 up at the top, goes all the way across. Forgot about those. And then, you got the rafters tied on and, sheet metal put on top of that. But these are braces that keep the the walls from going in, or the legs, I guess, from going in on the back here. So I've got one here and one there, and then 2 more on the other side. The other side's exactly the same as this, and then 1 in the middle, 1 on each edge right there, and they're just cut at 45-degree angles and bolted onto this. So that makes this thing pretty sturdy, pretty heavy too. I can't lift it up by myself. I have to have help if I'm going to move it. But that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple construction. So hopefully you can kind of get a look at this. You can pause the video, spin it around, look around. You can draw up your own plans off that, hopefully, because honestly, I'm not very good at drawing up plans. I don't typically do that. I just kind of get an idea of how I'm going to build it, and then I just build it. I don't really draw things up very much. But now what I'm going to be doing is putting the tarp back in here first before I put the cages in there. And there's not really a big trick to that. It's just I'm gonna make sure I start with the bottom of the tarp right there, so it's lower than this side's going to be. So I want I'm going to start on this end, work my way back, and make sure there's an angle so that liquid runs out into my catch bucket down there, which is pretty gross right now, but it's empty. So, well, mostly empty. There's still some leftover stuff, but you get what I'm saying there. So I'm going to move this camera back a little bit because, working in here with the camera, I think it's going to be too close for the camera anyway. So I'm going to move it back and get that tarp put up real quick. Pretty easy. I just got these screws. You can see one probably right there. Just screws with a big washer on them that go through the eyelets in the tarp to hold it on. That's all it is. It's pretty simple. So let me get this camera back a little bit. I'll get to putting the tarp up. There it goes. There's one. And then the other one's going to go way up here. Max, get off it, buddy. Come on. Probably not that high. Probably right about there, I think. I think I'm going to go around the other side. I want to keep this fairly tight, so I need to do it this way. There we go, there's that one. And then I think that'll work just fine. And then on the front, what I do is I just use a piece of wire to kind of pull it up here on the front. I might get another screw and screw it in over here. Yeah, I've got one right there. So I think that'll work. If I do it like this, that should be good. Should be good. I may need to raise the back side up there a little bit, take some of the slack out, but I think for the most part we're good. So I think I'll go ahead and just put that in. I can readjust those if I need to once I get the cages all done and get them set in there, see how they set. But I think that's going to work. So now I need to work on getting these cages redone. I don't think I'm going to film all that for you guys because, well, it's not that exciting. I just got to pull off a bunch of J-hooks, cut a piece of wire, stick it on there, and J-hook it back on. So let me get that done, and then I'll be back with you. Well, I thought I'd show you one thing. I'm just about finished here, but I thought I'd show you how I take J-clips off, because the only thing worse than put them on is trying to take them off. I use a pair of wire cutters here because they've just got that nice little sharp point right there that's easy to grab a hold of them. So I just grab a hold of the J-clip and pull on it, and it just comes right off usually, and you can open it right up. It doesn't really matter. Whoops, missed my bucket. Doesn't really matter. Let me try another one. Let me turn this a little bit so maybe, hopefully you guys can see that. So like here's one. Now these are kind of rusty, so they're a little bit soft anyway, but you can just grab it and kind of twist, and it usually comes right off, or breaks in half, one of the two. Like this one's pretty bad. I bet it was just gonna break in half. No, it didn't. And where are we at here? There's another one. Oh, I tore it in half. That's why it didn't come off there. And there's one more right there. One more right here. And I think I got one more and I'm done. And this one's going to be a difficult one. I can't get a hold of it. And there we go, got it. Oh, sorry, had one more on there. And I'm bleeding. Every time I work with wire, I start bleeding. Scrape myself on a piece of wire or something, I don't know. Probably should be wearing gloves doing this. But it's not bad, I'll be all right. And there we go. Bottom is off. Now, hopefully I have enough wire to do 2 floors. I'm gonna go get that wire cut, get it put back on these cages, and I'll be right back with you guys. Well, all finished. 2 new floors. Let's see which way this cage goes. Now all I gotta do is just hang them up, make sure the tarps still work right. Let's see. Oh, come on. that should work just fine. All right, get this wired up. Okay, 1 cage in, 1 more to go. Now to get rabbits back in their cages. I guess I could leave them over there, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. It feels right over here, so I'm gonna put them back where they were. Put them back in their old cages. I know. There you go. There you go. And get them all covered back up and give them some wind block. And I'll take care of the rest of that here in just a minute. So, well, anyway, I'm not sure if that was a helpful video or not, but hopefully it was. Hopefully you got something out of that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I gotta get this stuff wrapped up. It's starting to get evening time, about time for dinner. So God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you guys again in the next video. Take care.